So indirect questions. Well, to start this video, we're going to talk about question words first. The first question words are what, which, and whose. Now, what, which, or whose are usually used with nouns. So what kind, what size, what color, which computer, which country, which street, or whose coat, whose glasses, or whose house. So what, which, and whose we use with nouns. Now, how is usually used with adjectives or adverbs. How far, how much, how many, how often, how tall, how heavy, how fast. Okay, so nouns, we need what, which, or whose. Adjectives or adverbs, we need how. Now, in Unit 11, we are going to study indirect questions. Now, indirect questions are just a different way to ask a question. Usually, if we use indirect questions, our questions are softer or more polite. So the most important thing to understand about indirect questions is the word order is not the same as normal questions. In indirect questions, the word order is the same as positive sentences. Okay, in positive sentences, present simple, we do not use do or does. Example, I love hockey. I do love hockey? No. So we don't use do. Does, okay, he plays video games. He does play video games? No, no, no. He plays. It's the same thing for past simple. Positive sentences, we don't say did. Last night, I ate spaghetti. I did eat spaghetti? No. So in indirect questions, we do not use do, does, or did if it's positive, right? Okay, let's look at some examples. Sean lives. Where? Excuse me, do you know where Sean lives? Okay, so we need a question word with indirect questions. Now, my meaning is, Sean, where? Where does he live? So, excuse me, do you know? First, we use the question word. Do you know where Sean lives? Where does Sean? No, no, no. No does. Excuse me. Do you know where Sean lives? Okay, right now it is 11 o'clock. It is 11 o'clock. Okay, so if maybe I want to know, what time is it? What time is it? So the question word, what time? Okay, remember, positive, it is 11 o'clock. It is what time? So excuse me, do you know what time it is? She went to the park. She went where? Where did she go? She went where? Excuse me, do you know where she went? The weather will be bad. Bad. Okay, so adjective. So how will the weather be tomorrow? The weather will be good. The weather will be bad. The weather will be wonderful. The weather will be terrible. Do you know how the weather will be tomorrow? Okay. So again, we use this grammar to make our questions softer or more polite. Now let's look at some normal questions, direct questions, and then we'll look at a more polite version. What time does the school close? That's direct. Excuse me, could you tell me what time does? No. What time the school closes? Could you tell me what time the school closes? Hey, what's your name? It's very direct. Could you tell me what your name is? Could you tell me what your name is? Where is the bus stop? Excuse me, could you tell me where the bus stop is? Now, with indirect questions, we always start with a question word, but many questions in English don't have question words because we want to know the answer yes or no. Okay, example, is he from Thailand? There's no question word there. Where is he from? No. What country is he? No, it's is he from Thailand? Yes or no. Okay, so we don't have a question word. Why? Because the question is yes or no. In this situation, indirect questions, we need if, or totally the same meaning, we can say whether. Okay, so is he from Thailand? Do you know if or whether he is from Thailand? Is it almost lunchtime? Do you know if or whether it is lunchtime? Is the car expensive? Could you tell me if or whether the car is expensive? Okay, now these are indirect questions. Now you've noticed the first part of the indirect question is do you know, or could you tell me, or we have other expressions. Have you any idea? Would you mind telling me? Okay, now it's also common to use this grammar when you say I don't know or I don't remember. So example, is it raining outside? Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know. Yes or no. So I don't know if or whether it's raining outside. I don't know if it's raining outside. Okay. What is his name? Oh, I can't remember what his name is. So that's another way to use this grammar. I don't know. I can't remember. I'm not sure. Okay. That's indirect questions.